Right, so over the last week, we've been doing an experiment looking at rugby balls. What are we trying to find out, guys?
The distance and the angles from kicking it.
Okay, so trying to find a relationship between angle and distance. Cool. How did we go with our results? Were they any good?
No, they were too similar.
Why were they too similar?
Because you can't help which way you kiss it.
Cool. Okay, so all of the angles were really similar, which meant that our distances were really similar, weren't they? So what have we decided might be a better way to do this sort of experiment?
Controlled angle.
How are we going to control the angle?
With a machine.
With a machine.
And we can see with the angle.
How can we see the angle? Let's have a look.
Hook, line and sinker.
Okay,
No,
cool.
When it gets
So when you
fired,
tilt it,
when it gets
the
fired,
angle
it's
might
going
make
to
sense.
choose one
Ready, go,
angle to get different recordings at different angles and distances.
so look.
And then we can relate that to the rugby goal kicking.
Great, so we can relate it to it. So someone said a really good word before about what this is doing, because we're not using rugby balls, but we're going to relate it to rugby balls. What do we call this?
Modelling.
Modelling, well done. So we often do this in science, we do a model instead. So what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at the angle that these things fire balls out and see how far they travel, and relate that model to our rugby balls. It would mean that someone who's doing a rugby ball experiment might, at a later date, be able to see if that angle is indeed correct. We could maybe shine a laser pointer at that angle on a rugby post and get them to aim there and measure its distance. All right, so let's see what happens with these things when we pull the triggers.
3, 2, 1. Ow! Oh, sick.